So today we'll be talking about One Piece bounties, specifically the Straw Hats bounties after the Wano Arc. And yes, we're including Jinbei too. Like, why not? He is kind of technically a Straw Hat now, since after Totland, when he joined the crew, even though he's not there yet. So yes, we're including Jinbei too, just for the fun of it. Why not? So, yeah, we're doing we're doing the Straw Hats bounties. So, before, when Luffy got his 1.5 billion bounty, I was pretty surprised. Because, before, like, in Totland, I thought after, like, the Totland arc, I thought he was gonna get, like, probably somewhere in the billions bounty, but when I heard a fight 1.5 billion bounty, I was pretty surprised because before I was lowballing it, so now I'm going to be highballing it, and these are going to be ridiculously high numbers. So of course you don't have to believe it because these are just theories. Because theories are just like me, just making guesses, educational guesses, you could say. So these are really, you don't have to believe them. You could believe them. You could say whatever you want. You could believe what you want. It doesn't really matter. So yeah. So like in the Twilight arc, I was so like I said before, when Luffy got his bounty of 1.5 billion, I was pretty surprised because even though of considering the fact that Luffy participated in the assassination of Big Mom and also defeated Katakuri and also was able to escape Totland. I still thought it was I still thought it was gonna be somewhere in the billions because like when you defeat an enemy, you usually have a higher bounty than the individual. Like for example, when Luffy defeated Arlong, he had a higher bounty than Arlong because it wouldn't make no sense if he had like 18 million bounty if even though he defeated him. Like that's what I thought. I thought Luffy, even though considering the fact that Luffy defeated Katakuri, I thought that he was gonna get somewhere in the billions lower than Katakuri, even though it makes no sense because usually when you defeat like an individual, you usually have a higher bounty than him. So and also, and then when he took all the credit, like Luffy took all the credit for like being the mastermind of the assassination plot and was even able to escape Talon. That really is something to be able to have a bounty increase. And I wonder if, considering the fact, even if the assassination plot went well and like Big Mom's bounty is like 4.3 million, even if it went well, I'm pretty sure it Luffy's bounty would have even, who knows, his bounty probably would have been higher than 1.5 billion. Maybe probably would have been higher than Big Mom's or something, and he probably still taking all the credit. Actually, for a quick second, we're going to say even though if Luffy defeated, like if the assassination plot went well, I'm pretty sure like he would have a big bounty increase. Like I think maybe even probably just maybe bigger than Big Mom's, but definitely bigger than 1.5 billion berries. So yeah, I that really would have been that. Actually, could turn that into a video. Actually, yeah. So let's just start right now. But yeah, 1.5 billion, pretty impressive, even though I didn't expect it. So yeah, first off, we're going to start off with Luffy. So you see, I think Luffy's bonus is going to be 5 billion. Yeah, 5 billion. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but I think it's 5 billion because like what happened in Totland when Luffy like took all the credit when he was and the newspaper said he took all the credit and he was the mastermind of the whole thing. I think maybe something like this would probably happen, but I think just a little bit different because I'm pretty sure Luffy would have probably defeated Kaido and Big Mom, or probably Kaido or Big Mom, or probably both of them. Or I won't say defeated because they're Yonko, but I'm probably say like the last hit or something, like Luffy usually does. Like he usually has the last hit, so he'll probably have the last hit, and then maybe like they will recall that, and then he would take all the credit like he did in Totland, and maybe get a bigger bounty than both of them. And then after that, we will probably get more in depth. Like we'll get serious because One Piece is almost over. It has has over like 100 chapters left. So I think maybe he will have like a bounty of 1 billion. Then, like at the end of the series, 5.6 billion, because the whole thing is about him trying to surpass Roger, like the king of the pirates, and become and obtain and obtain the One Piece and become king of the pirates. So that's what I think he will get. I'm I think I'm highballing it, but I was lowballing it before, and I learned my lesson. So I think I'm highballing it this time. So if you disagree with me, of course, this is just a theory. So you could disagree. You could do whatever you want, but I think it's gonna be um 5 billion. But if you take into consideration of Luffy defeating, like getting the last hit of Kaido, it maybe probably could be a little higher than that, but 5 billion is something, because 5 billion would be something that kind of makes sense. Because remember, like every arc, Luffy gets like a bounty increase. Because like for example, when the Skype arc, he didn't get a bounty increase. His bounty was still the same, 100 million. So his bounty didn't increase. So not every arc he gets a bounty increase. And like when the New World arc, when he went undersea, he didn't get a bounty increase. His bounty was completely wait, no, he did get a bounty increase. No, wait, forget that. But not every arc he does get a bounty increase. So take in consideration the fact that One Piece is almost over, so like the chapter, like the manga is almost over. I'm taking into consideration the fact, he probably have a 5 billion berry bounty, because like um after one, I'm pretty sure we're gonna it's gonna be like Oda is telling us like it's getting serious now. We're like in the final stages of One Piece, so it's getting serious. So so it's not like there's no more playing games or something. It's like he's gonna be serious now or something like that. I think that's probably what Oda is gonna try telling us by the bounty. So this is just my prediction, but I'm going with 5 billion. Yeah. So now we're going to do Sanji and Zoro. So for Sanji and Zoro, well, I'm going to do them specifically together. So so we all know that Zoro is the first mate, meaning he's the vice captain of the Straw Hats. So we all know that, and we also know that Zoro's bounty, like, it started off with 60 million, then his second bounty was 120 million, then his like current bounty is 320 million. So after after the Wano Arc, and it's also set up that he's also going to fight King. So I think his bounty is going to be 2 billion. Yes, 2 billion. I know that's pretty high for Zoro, and but think of it, Zoro's bounty usually like two times greater, or like it's two times greater than Luffy's usually, because that's how it is, because like every time his bounty is like two times greater than Luffy's original bounty, or 20 million greater than his original bounty was previously. So I think he's probably gonna get at least like a one, probably like at least a billion increase, because Luffy's bounty before was like 1.5 billion. So I'm like that's his previous bounty, like his current bounty. But after the Wano Arc, it's gonna be his previous bounty. So I think he's gonna have like a 2 billion bounty, and then like Sanji, we all know that Sanji and Zoro don't like really get along that much. So I think Sanji is probably going to also fight King, but like in a way, like they team up, like one of these times where they like zip it up and like work together. Maybe they say something like they will like team up and they will both fight him, and then maybe both get the reward or something. Like maybe Sanji, like it will probably be like before how Zoro's bounty could be bigger than Sanji's. Maybe Sanji's bounty is probably like 1.9. I think like maybe 1.9 billion, or maybe even better. This will be hilarious. Like you keep going as a gag. His bounty could be like the same as Zoro. They literally could have the same bounty, and by them having the same bounty, they will think. And then when they see the bounties, they could be like, "Is this a joke? Your joke is no way I'm the same as this Moss head, and there's no way I'm the same as this Cook." And then they will literally say, they just look at the back of the wanted poster, and then they will just see the Marine's phone number, like the contact number, and then that's when they will just call it. It's like what, and then that's when Nami will just say, "What are you doing?" He's like calling the Marines because this must be a mistake, and then Zoro's like, "Yes, this is a mistake. There's no way I'm the same level as this Moss head, and there's no way I'm the same level as this Cook." So they would just be contacting the Marines, and then that's when Mommy was like, "What are you doing? You know, if you contact the Marines, they will literally they will trace it and then find the ship." He's like, "Who cares? There's no way I'm the same as this guy." So then that's when they contact the Marines, and then that's when Sanji's like, "Hello, this is Black Leg Sanji. I think you have a mistake on the bounties because there's no way I'm the same as this Moss head." And then that's when he was like, "What?" And then that's when it could be like a whole running gag, and then that's when like it could be like for a comedic like purposes. That would be really funny. And then that's when they that would be like that would be really hilarious if they had like the same bounty. So yeah, that's what I think. I think they probably both will have like a 2 billion berry bounty. That's where I'm comfortable putting them there because like Zoro usually has a bigger bounty than Luffy, like 2 times bigger. So I think it's probably like reasonable, and since like they're like in the way like one of the three strongest, so I think that's um a suitable thing for them. So I'm putting them at 2 billion after the one arc. Yeah, also like since they both fought King, they will just like split the bounty, not split the bounty, like share the bounty. So like that probably makes the most sense. So that would be pretty funny, and I'm thinking about it right now, and that would be really funny, and like for comedian like purposes, it would be pretty funny. Like since like One Piece kind of has like the funny side, so that would be pretty funny. So yeah, that'll also be pretty funny because they will like try to settle it to see who's better because they will probably like have like this like insane competitions like probably like thumb wrestles, rock paper scissors, foot racing, just fighting or just see who's better, and then that could be like that actually could be really funny right there. So that's why I think, and selling them at 2 billion is 2 billion is something that I'm comfortable with. Um, and I also was like probably thinking just a little bit, like maybe all the Straw Hats could have like could at least reach 1 billion, like a billion bounty. But I thought that probably I thought then I was like, no, that would probably not because like the Yonkos, like for example, Big Mom, her commanders, like her sweet commanders, like Big Mom has a bounty of 4.3 billion. To be specific, 4,388,000,000, and Karakuri is the only known, like the only Sweet Commander that has like over a billion, and like the rest of them, like the rest of the Sweet Commanders, like well, I forgot some of them, like Lollipop Man, he has like a 700 million berries. So like not all of them have. Like Cracker, he has like a, I think like 600, somewhere like in the 600 million or something. I'll put it on the screen, but I'm not really sure. But they are not close to like a billion. So then that's when I thought, no, not all the Yonkos a have all the Yonkos commanders have over a billion berries. Okay, moving on to Nami. Aside from Chopper, which is Bounty is pretty much a joke. Nami pretty much has the lowest bounty out of all the Straw Hats, 66 million. So I'm comfortable going with 300 million, because I'm not really comfortable putting her like the 500 million range, if you know what I mean. Because like yeah, she does have Zeus, and I was thinking at the end of like the whole everything is settled, like after the whole Wano arc, I was thinking maybe she could have Prometheus, like since she had Zeus cooperate with her, how come she can't just get Prometheus as well? Like, and like Zeus, and like at the end, and remember, now Nami got Zeus at the end of the whole Totland arc, like at the like very end, she got Zeus to cooperate with her and like join her in a way. So so maybe like she could like train with it a bit, like she could train with it a bit, and maybe like cut like put divine judgment out of everyone, like, and at the very top of the like sky, if you know what I mean. So like maybe that would be like really cool, and like when she trains with it a little bit and like get a little bit experience with it, then like the whole world probably would know, because like remember she got it at the end of Totland, so maybe people really didn't know Zeus that well, then after like her training it a little bit, they will know a little bit more about it. So like I'm really comfortable putting it at 300 million or 350 million. I'm really comfortable with that, because maybe I'm lowballing it again, but like sometimes I think Nami is really glass cannony, and I really think that, and sometimes I was thinking times where she has been like seriously injured, and like I forgot that one time when she was fighting Miss Doublefinger, and when she like got her ankle, her ankle, like one of Miss Doublefinger's spikes like literally went through her ankle, and she was able to deal with it a little bit and like overcome it. But after the end of the battle, she basically was like she couldn't walk. Zoro had to carry her the whole way, and then that's when she finally could walk a bit. But she was really seriously injured after that. So that's like one of the times where she was like, you can say not glass cannony, but like compared to the other Straw Hat, her like the other Straw Hat's durability, well, she that's a whole different ballpark if you ask me. So like 350 million, I'm just shooting with that because maybe I'm lowballing it, but I'm just going with that. Also, I can't forget one more thing. When fighting Miss Doublefinger, she also got hit like in the shoulder. Like she got hit in the shoulder too and the ankle, so she wasn't able to move. So that's one of those times where I thought she wasn't really glass cannony, but I forgot to mention that. So yeah. Okay, moving on to Usopp. So I think Usopp's bounty probably be somewhere around like 700 trillion. That's really something to be for a god, right? So like since like probably we all know like Usopp's probably gonna wait for the last minute, and like when all hope is lost, he's probably just gonna rain divine judgment on high to heaven from the sky for and obliterate everybody in the surrounding area. He probably just do that. Or if we're just being serious, probably just 1 quadrillion, something like that. because he is not. It's for certainly for a god, right? Like because 700 trillion is like out of existence, so it won't like it won't. That's like out of this world. So they probably go with 1 quadrillion because Usopp could start a calamity, and sometimes he could like be serious and not be serious at the same time because he might tell a joke, but he might people might take that joke as serious. Like sometimes, like who knows with Usopp's battles, but if we're being serious, I'm really thinking he probably could get Luffy's old bounty 1.5 billion because like it's not completely impossible because he did get Luffy's old bounty before at Enies lobby after the arc was over. He got like his old bounty 300 no 30 million. And if you told me if Usopp got like a 200 million bounty at the start of the series, I probably would have not believed it. But he did mistakenly became god at Dressrosa, so it's not completely impossible for him to do that, to get like a 1.5 billion berry bounty, because like he did somehow manage to become god in Dressrosa. So for Usopp, it's not really impossible because his battles are like, it's like sometimes like you never know with Usopp's battles. So 1.5 billion, I'm okay with that. And yeah, he also might also start a calamity for that too, because Usopp really is known for starting calamities and telling jokes that people may take serious, and he probably may tell a joke that's serious and it's a joke at the same time, because like that's Usopp, and he could be unpredictable sometimes. So like a 1.5 billion battery bounty is something suitable, cause like it always starts with Luffy being on top. Then we have Zoro, then Sanji and Zoro. And then that's when we have like the rest of the Straw Hats. But then we have Jinbei, and when Jinbei gets turned into the mix because he has the second highest bounty after Luffy. So maybe the switch up may be different a bit because like he has like a bounty of. Oh, wait, I actually forgot. I gotta search it up. Huh. Okay, his current bounty is over 400 million. I just for over 400 million. I was just wanting to be sure so I wouldn't get that wrong. So yeah, when throwing Jinbei to the mix, it probably would like the whole setup probably would be a little bit different. But yeah, I'm really comfortable putting Usopp like having Luffy's old bounty 1.5 billion. Okay, so now Chopper. Well, Chopper's bounty is basically a joke. So I think we're probably just gonna add like another zero to that 100 berry bounty. Like that's still like 1,000 like 1,000 berry bounty. That's still higher than Beppo's, but maybe Beppo will actually probably have a higher bounty after this one arc. But who knows? But yeah. So we probably continue going with the joke for Chopper because like at the beginning he had like a 50 berry bounty, and then that's when it changed to like 100 million. Oh wait, no, a hundred berry bounty. Then now I think it's probably just gonna add like another zero. They're probably just gonna add another zero to it to make it like a 1,000 berry bounty, because it would just still be a joke, and it's still like one of the lowest, and like the lowest like in the story, like when it's not a joke like Chopper's, like is because Chopper's bounty is basically a joke. Is Mr. Fours is 3.2 million berries. So like yeah, it's still like pretty much it's still a joke. But I think at the end of One Piece, like when they found when it's over, I think Chopper's probably gonna have like a probably a finally a 1 million berry bounty. He'd be like something like finally I did it. The journey's over, and then the crew's like, oh, we believed in you, Chopper, good job. And he'd be crying because like Chopper probably honestly wouldn't care because he's been through a long journey of being his bounty being a joke. Maybe his bounty probably could be higher than that, like after the one when they found the One Piece, probably the 100 millions, maybe a billion. I probably won't go to that territory yet, but maybe a billion. So like I think at the end of One Piece, he's probably gonna have like 1 million berry bounty because he probably just wouldn't care and he just finally reached a million, so he would just be happy with that. So I think we're probably just gonna continue going with the joke of Chopper's bounty. So I'm settling with like 1,000. Just continue with the joke. Okay, Robin. First of all, I'm actually surprised that she has this low of a bounty. 130 million. I actually expected it to be a bit more higher than that because she could read the poneglyphs and knows where Pluton is, and she knows where two poneglyphs live. Two poneglyphs are. Wait, does she? I think she does. Yeah, she knows where two poneglyphs are, and like two dangerous weapons of the government. And Pluton basically could destroy a whole island. So imagine if somebody has their hands on it. Like Crocodile wanted it, and he wanted it, and he basically wanted it. That was his whole goal until Luffy defeated him and took that goal away from him. But yeah, I think her bounty could be over a billion, but it probably could be too high because like the order usually is Luffy, like I said before, then Luffy at the top, then Sanji, then Zoro, then like the rest of the Straw Hats. Then it's a possibility she could be over a billion. But if I think she at least need to be over like 700,000. 700 million, I mean. So a 700 million bounty is something that I kind of expect from her. But like she could read the poneglyphs, and I'm pretty sure they will keep that in mind. And she's also like a real threat to the government because like she got a bounty when she was like 8 years old, and it was like her first bounty was 79 million. So giving her that big of a bounty is something that's not unexpected because she could read the poneglyphs and knows where like two dangerous weapons are. I think. So yeah. At least I'm gonna going with 700,000, 800,000, 800,000 the max. So yeah, that's for Robin. So now Frankie. Well, first of all, Frankie's bounty is pretty low. I'm actually pretty surprised how most of the Straw Hats don't have like 100, like at least has passed 100 million. Like if Nami also passed 100 million, I'll be fine. I'll also be fine with that, giving her over like 100 million. I'm surprised like not all of the Straw Hats have reached 100 million. Like Chopper, for example, I probably wouldn't be surprised because like his bounty is a joke, and like Frankie, he wanted to like have at least 100 million bounty, but he was pretty disappointed when he didn't have 100 million bounty. So he had like a 94 million bounty. So I think his bounty probably I want to say it's probably would be like 500 million because Frankie could probably be able to like um invent a weapon that probably could be really dangerous, or like could be something like Usopp, or like cause a whole calamity or something. But yeah, I'm thinking right now, but I could say 500 million for him. Well, probably I'm lowballing it a bit, but I think 500 million for Frankie, because like after this whole Wano arc, every Straw Hat is gonna get at least 100 million berry bounty. Instead of probably Chopper, but like all the Straw Hats instead of Chopper will have 100 million. That's for sure. So I'm going for Frankie. I'm going with 500 million. So yeah. So Brooke, I don't want like Brooke. Now I think of it, Brooke. I'm not thinking of anything special. Maybe Brooke could do. He probably could like help defeat maybe he probably could help defeat a commander or something. I don't know. I can't really think of something important that Brooke could do. But in saying this, thinking about the same ballpark like Frankie and Brooke are. Like when Frankie had like a 94 million bounty and like Brooke had an 83 million bounty. I'm like thinking of the same ballpark. I'm probably thinking Brooke could have like after this whole one arc, I think he probably could have like a 450 million bounty or 400 million bounty. So yeah, because now I don't can't think of anything special Brooke could do for like right now. Maybe he could like I don't really know. I can't think of anything actually. You could I don't know, but I'm going with 450 million for Brooke. That's the highest I will go for him. Okay, so we're now doing Jinbei. So Jinbei is pretty interesting because Jinbei does have the second highest bounty after Luffy. So like and throwing him into the Straw Hats now, since he's technically you could say a member and he's the helmsman. So throwing it to that way, I probably I could I and so I think I he could have like at least a billion over a billion berry bounty because like Jinbei's like in the like the same about the same ballpark around um the monster trio like about the same ballpark as Sanji and Zoro. So maybe he could have like the probably the same bounty as Sanji and Zoro like 2 billion, but I could say maybe you could have like a 2.5 billion berry bounty or 3 billion. Because it's possible because we seen Jinbei is pretty strong. And he's also used to be a fishman and well he is a fishman. He also used to be a warlord even though he quit the system. So it's really possible for Jinbei to have that high of a bounty. And yeah, so I am thinking maybe giving Jinbei a 2.5 billion berry bounty or a 3 billion. Or maybe I'm probably highballing it a bit. Like I said before, these numbers are pretty insanely high. And also, of course, these are just theories, so of course you don't have to believe them. But um right now I'm gonna go that he for Jinbei, I'm going to go with 2.5 billion for Jinbei. That's what I'm going to go with. And like I said before, this is just like my predictions. I could be wrong. It could be completely wrong. And also I could also change this anytime I want because sometimes I might change their bounties. I might lower it down or something. But yeah, that's my prediction for Jinbei. Yeah, and like throwing Jinbei into the mix. I wonder if the Monster Trio is still going to be like the Monster Trio, or just going to be the monster. Like throwing him in, will it be now the Monster Quartet or something? Like because Jinbei is pretty strong, and Jinbei also is cause so like usually Luffy faces the we all know like the all goes Luffy faces the strongest, Zoro faces the second strongest, Sanji faces the third strongest, and will it be like Jinbei faces the fourth strongest or something? I'm not really I don't really know, so maybe they'll switch it up a bit or something. I'm not really sure. But yeah, that's really all for me for this theory video, this new bounty video. So yeah, this is just my opinion of how I think it is how like the Straw Hats bounties is going to be after the Wano arc. Of course, you don't have to believe me because like I said before, this is just my predictions and how I think their new bounties are going to be. So, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Or I could be right. I don't know. But you guys could say where you guys could disagree with me or agree with me. Doesn't matter which one. So you could so tell me what your opinions are in the comment section below. And do me a big favor if you could smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell because it's a free way to support the channel and it only takes 1 second. So can you? I really will appreciate it. So yeah, that's really it for me, and yeah, see you in the next video. With